Triad Sports Entertainment Network is on the air. High school football's game of the week. Welcome to Pilot Mountain, North Carolina, and East Surry High School. It's the perfect 10-0 Cardinals at East Surry High School against their cross-county rivals from Elkin, the Bucking Elks at 9-1. Both of these teams went to the wire last week. Elkin got their first loss on the season in the final minute of the game, and the Cardinals on the other side of the county had to come from behind over West Wilkes, trailing 17-14 to keep their perfect record intact. And tonight, we've got a great ball game that will decide the 1A Northwest Conference Championship. The Cardinals certainly have control of that, as a perfect 10-0 Cardinals team tonight hosts Elkin High School. Jay Sherling, JJ Grant with you. As you see the Cardinals taking the field, Elkin will have the ball first to start. We're excited to bring you high school football's game of the week. Also want to let you know we'll be joined tonight by Eric Leathers of Young Life of Surry County, and he'll certainly have lots to say about his program. He'll join us in just a second. But we're getting ready for great high school football. The Cardinals, as I mentioned, had to come from behind last week. They were trailing West Wilkes 17-14. They used a late fourth quarter 88-yard scoring drive with an 11-yard TD pass from Austin Jessup to Jared Galloway to get the win against West Wilkes. Mount Airy had Elkin down last week, and then Elkin had a chance to win the ball game, but an intercepted Elkin pass in the Bears end zone in the final minute of the game gave the Bears of Mount Airy the win, and Elkin's first defeat of the season at 9-1. And we are underway here at East Surry High School. As you can hear the home crowd underway, getting psyched for tonight's football game. Glad to be with you. Let's bring in Eric Leathers, Young Life of Surry County. Eric, glad to have you with us tonight to talk about, you know a little bit about these two teams. Talk about this rivalry.
It's going to be a great game. I think the top three of the Northwest 1A they're all phenomenal football teams. And Mount Airy Elks last week was a great game. Mount Airy a month ago at East Surry was a great game. So this game's going to live up to the hype for sure.
Well, Elkin's going to have the ball first, and we'll see some interesting football here as number 12, Tyler Transu, gives a handoff right up the middle to the Cardinals able to stick it right up the middle. Number 40, Davey Diamond, right there, able to make the stop. It's going to set up a 2nd and 11 with a loss of 1 on first down. A great start for the Cardinals defense. Glad to have you on the Triad Sports Entertainment Network for the game of the week. We're excited to bring you 1A action online tonight. We're going to find out if there's a overall champion of the league or if there's a three-way tie. We do have a chance for a three-way tie in the 1A Northwest Conference. We'll talk more about that. JJ Grant in with us. JJ, glad to have you back Mike's side, buddy, and glad to see you back up in the booth.
Big game here. We'll see what happens.
These teams certainly no give and take here, but on a 3rd and 5, after a nice pickup on 2nd down, they're going to hand the ball up the middle again. Close to the first down. We'll find out where they spot this ball. Elkin giving it off to number 45, Corey Combs there. There will be no measurement. It will be a set 4th down. And Elkin will be forced to punt on their first offensive possession of the night. Back deep to kick, Matthew Werdeman, 6'1" junior, on to punt, and back deep for the Cardinals. Number 29, Jared Galloway, the gentleman who caught the game-winning touchdown last week to keep East Surry perfect at 10-0. A late arrival there for the punting team for Elkin. Flags on the play, going to be some movement. We'll hear from referee Jack Walton on this, but JJ, certainly these guys, when you talk about good defense, Elkin has certainly been great. On that. Referee showed a legal motion on that. 5-yard penalty. We'll move them back. Let's listen for his call if we have it. We'll remind him to turn on that microphone during the broadcast. Again, Jack Walton calling the game in the white cap tonight. So again, Elkin back to punt. Further back certainly helps field position for the Cardinals. Low kick going to the sideline. Elkin just going to let it go out of bounds. Cardinals get the ball on their own 42-yard line. We'll take a break right now from East Surry High School. More to come. Jay Sherling, JJ Grant.
For over 45 years, the Triad has relied on Pilot floor covering for quality carpet, tile, linoleum, and wood flooring. Our family-owned and operated stores offer full-service flooring from design phase to installation and completion, plus regular maintenance cleaning. In addition to being one of the oldest, most trusted flooring companies around, we also offer service and installation of Aristocrat cabinetry and countertops. If you're in the market for quality flooring and cabinets with honest, friendly service, then shop Pilot Floor Covering in King and Winston-Salem, where we do more than just floors.
At a time like this, you know why you chose Regency. The very best wood or gas fireplace. It's the fine finishes, custom accessories, the high-efficiency heat. It's a flame so superior, it makes those intimate moments much more special. It's knowing that your Regency will still be around long after the memories fade.
Get yours at your local GMB Energy Fireplace shop.
For performance parts and installation, it's Carolina Street Dreams in Elkin. For total automotive care, including body kits, wheels and tires, suspensions and brakes, intakes and exhausts, seats and accessories, maintenance and diagnostics, call 526-7223 for Carolina Street Dreams. Mount Pilot Drug is more than just a drugstore. Drive-through and 24-hour emergency prescription service available, plus offering specific health conditioning designed to the independent patients. Enjoy breakfast and lunch and our soda fountain. We are different at Mount Pilot Drug at 119 Main Street in Pilot Mountain.
Welcome back to East Surry High School. TSEN's Game of the Week, and it's a good one. As the first play of scrimmage for the Cardinals, 10-0 in the season, goes to Jared Galloway. Galloway around the left end, picks up much more than he for the first down, and a great opening start for those Cardinals.
Nice play off the bat, what they're doing, run that man in motion, got him outside of the defense very quickly. Gives them an opportunity to go against one or two defenders on the outside and use all that speed he has. Both teams are a bit of a ball control, but they've got good athletes on each side. Defenses are outstanding, so it's going to be field position all night.
We talked about Elkin losing their first game of the year last year. They were number 3 in the Class 1A state poll, dropped to number 9. East Surry was 7, but a late win moves them up to number 5. And Mount Airy, the Granite Bears, were number 10. They beat Elkin and go up from 10 to 7 on the poll. Attempted pass is incomplete for the Cardinals, but still a good pickup. They are already in the Buck and Elks territory.
And that's one thing that's going to happen all night. The big thing for these teams is to keep field position, keep the other team down in their end zone. Both defenses are outstanding as far as stopping the score, and it's going to be a matter of field position and control all night.
Quarterback Austin Jessup maybe taking a little bit too much time there to call signals. Call's going to be not enough men on the line of scrimmage for the Cardinals. That drives them back 5 yards. It's going to set up a second now and 15 for Jessup and the offense as they get their first chance to get on the field tonight. Glad you're with us at East Surry High School in Pilot Mountain, North Carolina. Triad Sports Entertainment Network's Game of the Week, and we're happy to bring it to you. More flags on the field. Boy, the Cardinals started out good, but they're having trouble moving the football after the first play.
We've seen a lot of jitters. It's a big game. This decides a lot as far as this conference and as far as state standings. And it's just lets everyone know that where they're going to stand for the playoffs and everything. It's a big game. You got a lot of jitters, but once this game starts rolling, it's going to be a tough physical game.
Going in reverse, the Cardinals are now 2nd and 20. Jessup going to throw the great seam pass to Galloway. Galloway's touched the ball twice tonight for the Cardinals, and they've been 2 positive touches.
Nice quick touches that are able to get him outside one-on-one against the DB so he can make something happen. That was just a simple, quick slant. Quarterback turned, threw it right on the money, and a nice gain on that situation. Unfortunately, they've been having the penalties, and they've still got 3rd and 6 or 7, but they're in good shape right now.
I want to let you know Eric Leathers of Young Life of Surry County joining us for the first quarter. And Eric, we haven't had a lot of chance to talk to you, but we'll certainly get to that shortly. Want to hear about all of your program and what it's all about. As the handoff right up the middle for the Cardinals, they're trying to dig, getting close to the 30. Had to get to about the 27-yard line for a first down. Ball goes to Wes Denny, the running back, right up the middle, 5'11" senior. They're going to be short, but I'm sure at this time of year, they're going to go for it. No need to punt when you're at the 30-yard line on 10 yards away from the red zone. So they will go for it on 4th and about 2.
The situation, if you don't get it to Galloway, you've got to get it back to Denny, the 1,000-yard back, the experienced running back. It's only 4th and 2, so one of the two gentlemen definitely get the ball.
David Diamond throws it right in the middle. He's the head coach, and he makes a great play call here. The fake goes for the touchdown. Goes to number 39, Richard Gwynn. Gwynn wide open down the middle of the seam. A great play there. 4th and short, they faked the handoff, going for the first down, and little trickery does your body good.
Beautiful call. You got a 1,000-yard back that goes out in motion. Everybody's watching him. You got an outstanding athlete, Galloway on the left, split left. Take it to the tight end right down the middle.
Jessup not only threw the touchdown pass, but will get to add the extra point. So the Cardinals start out nicely at home on their first offensive possession. Started off slow, but ended nicely with 6 points for the Cardinals. As we'll take a break here, and the Cardinals take the lead tonight against Elkin, 7-0. Back right after this.
High torque engines, truck tough frames. For work, play, and everything in between. Pick a direction. Go.
Today's game is proudly sponsored in part by Royster & Royster, attorneys at law, specializing in personal injury and criminal law. We do real estate, wills, and trusts. Royster & Royster, with 2 convenient locations in Pilot Mountain and Mount Airy. Your one-stop place for tires is Parrish Tire Company of Mount Airy. Quality Michelin tires and much more. We do alignments and have a full-service technician on duty for all your mechanical needs. Parrish Tire Company for over 40 years of business at 351 Andy Griffith Parkway. Pilot Mountain Subway is proud to support the East Surry Cardinals. Home or away, before the game, the Cardinals eat fresh with Pilot Mountain Subway. After 4 p.m., take advantage of Subway's 3 foot-long subs for just $11.99. Call 368-5010.
Welcome back to East Surry High School, Triad Sports Entertainment Network. We've got a great game here between East Surry and Elkin, as East Surry able to get the ball first and score first. Elkin with a nice kickoff reverse motion there by Marcus Martin. Takes it all the way out to about the 45-yard line. No flags on the play, so Elkin gets good field position to start their second possession.
They got to come out to establish themselves a little bit, take a little bit of bite out the crowd right now. Surry's obviously excited about things going well right off the bat and that first drive, and they've got to settle down, get a couple first downs, and get back into the rhythm of this game. Elkins needs to do that.
Late call on the play. Personal foul is looks like a face mask at the end of the tackle. Eric Leathers of Young Life, Surry County, all over that, Eric.
Yeah, he grabbed his face mask at the beginning of the run, and the ref didn't call it immediately because he got loose, I think.
So tackling another 15 yards from the spot where the play ended. So Cardinals now have some bucking Elks in their territory to start their second possession. This time again, flags flying. Quarterback tonight for the Elks. Escaping me because I've lost my roster. Is number 12, Tyler Transu. Transu losing 5 yards on that first play. To this side for the Elks, and they'll give it off on the left side to Dustin Miles. Miles, the junior, breaks it up the left side, and he's not going to get touched after that. Touchdown for the Bucking Elks. No flags on the field, and just like that, 6 points.
Very simple off-tackle run, and Elkin just executed that perfectly. Running back got outside, showed his speed, and both teams showing exactly why they are at the top of their game this year in terms of standings and opportunity to win part of the title here tonight.
We've got an interesting situation here. If East Surry wins, they're going to be the outright champions tonight. But if Elkin wins, Mount Airy wins their game tonight, there could be a three-way tie for first place. All three teams would be 10-1, so it's going to be a lot of things to keep an eye on. Extra points, not a problem. Wells Stewart adds on the extra point.
That was an outstanding catch by the quarterback as far as that short bounce on the snap. Made it smooth and put it right through the uprights.
So Cardinals get the ball back, and it's tied at 7-all. 8:04 left in the first quarter at East Surry High School. It's the Bucking Elks and the Cardinals. Cardinals have a chance to win an outright 1A Northwest Conference title. Jay Sherrill and J.J. Grant back in just a second.
For the best tasting Italian food, it's Theo's Italian Family Restaurant in the Starmount Crossing Shopping Center in Jonesville. Try Theo's specialty Greek or vegetarian pizza or our world's best chicken wings. Daily lunch special, all-you-can-eat pizza and salad bar, just $4.95. For dessert, try our delicious baklava. For those seafood lovers, it's Pirates Landing Seafood and Steak Restaurant at 161 Interstate Way in Elkin. Homemade seafood scampi, fried scallops and oysters. Try our popular combination dinners or the Buccaneers Broiled Seafood Feast, just $13.95, and Surf and Turf combos starting at $16.95. For the best tasting crab dip or crab cake, it's Pirates Landing in Elkin. Elk Pharmacy is your friendly hometown service pharmacy. Since 1939, Elk Pharmacy has been offering fast, courteous service. Registered pharmacists always there to answer all your pharmacy questions. Located at 116 East Main Street in Elkin. Call 835-2621. Today's game is brought to you in part by Garenco General Contractor, specializing in commercial construction projects. Call us today for your next big project plans, 368-2788, or visit our website at www.garenco.com.
5'11" senior able to pick up about 3 on the first down, so it'll be 2nd and 7. Talk about what do you guys try to do throughout the entire year, school year, and how you try to reach the high school kids?
That's a great question. We do the 4 C's. Contact work is the first one, and that's an adult entering the high school community, whether you're allowed to visit the campus or watching a practice or paying to go see a game. You want the kids to know that you're interested in them and that you love them. What we're looking right here on the TV is a camp trip where we take kids once a year to a summer camp, which is week-long, and we also have a weekend camp trip where we bring kids away from the world that treats them like adults. Every kid today has a credit card, a car. They might buy their own clothes or their own lunch, and they are treated as adults. And we want to give them a chance to be kids again, because that's what they still are. And there's an interception on the field, so I'm going to stop talking.
3rd down pass, trying to go across the middle. Jessup certainly trying to get it out there, but it's picked off by number 26, Wells Stewart for Elkin. So the first turnover of the game sets up the Elks in good field position as they try to take the first lead of the night. 7-7, 6:35 left in the first quarter. Jay Sherrill and J.J. Grant, Eric Leathers of Young Life of Surry County with us. And first mistake of the night.
First mistake of the night, we'll see if they capitalize on it. Got a little greedy trying to go deep to get to Galloway in the post route. Elkin did a fine job in defending the card.
Tyler Transu and his team going to try to get the lead. They're going to give it right up the middle. Number 40, Donnie Bell with the handoff. 6-foot senior, 195 pounds. Let's go back to you, Eric. Go back to camp and talk about what you try to do.
Well, like I said, that's really high.
I love those things.
Yeah, those are absolutely, the blob is amazing. That's definitely a draw to get kids to camp. We have a weekly meeting called Club, and it meets in a high school person's home where we have games and skits and sing songs, and they, through the course of a semester, get to hear who Jesus is, what he did, and why he is relevant to their life.
Kedron Bullock with a handoff around the left side. Good defense there by the Cardinals to slow him down before the first down marker. Let's, getting these kids out here, what kind of transformation do you see? Maybe they're introverted, maybe they're not used to meeting new people, but you get them here, look like they are just having a great time.
It's amazing. I would say in our short career being in Surry County, what most people are shocked about is that we are now in 3 separate communities, and people are amazed that all these people from different communities are getting along, and it's because all the kids are getting along. They don't know why people don't get along. They're just, you're a high school kid, I'm a high school kid, we're gonna be high school kids together. And I think it's really making an impact not only for in the high schools, but in the communities, with the parents, with just the entire environment.
Sure. Donnie Bell, easy to pull his way through to get more than enough for the first down, so the Elks keep moving. 5:12 left in the first quarter. Been a good game so far, J.J. Grant, and good fake on the option on the left side. Quarterback keeper Transu able to pick up close to a first down.
Transu on a nice read, gave a fake to the fullback, and did a nice job of reading that defense, seeing that he could take it around the corner for a first down. And Elkin doing a nice job of keeping the crowd out of it, driving down the field, and trying to take advantage of the interception that they made.
Turnover certainly key. I know Elkin, if they win this game, have a shot at a 3-way tie for first place in the conference. Certainly, you know, they're going to the playoffs. That will be true, but I know that conference title is important to you.
It's
something in the bragging rights.
It's bragging rights. It's no matter what happens as far as the playoffs are extra, but they're special. But they're bragging rights as far as who did it all throughout the season, as far as the conference championship. That's what this is all about.
Eric, you talk about your camps. It looked like you use sports to your advantage at the camps, getting people active and
absolutely. It's all about them having fun, and that's the most important thing. Is, you know, I grew up and I thought God was boring, and I didn't think he was relevant to my life at all. And what we really try to do at Young Life is make sure that they know you can have fun and have a personal relationship with Christ all at the same time.
Dustin Miles got a personal relationship with a few Cardinals there. He got met pretty hard. 5'8" junior got met on the option. Good pitch by Transu, but certainly Miles got tattooed a couple times there by some Cardinals.
A couple guys to introduce themselves.
Yeah, absolutely.
That defense, both defenses, want to fly around, make some hits, put 11 hats on it, running back, ball carrier, receiver, quarterback, make them feel their presence, and try to do a little bit of intimidation about the fact that they're flying around, and you got to look out for who's coming.
Transu this time is going to fake it. Got some pressure on the left side, and down he goes. Number 56 right there for East Surry.
A big defensive stop.
Maybe Big John White could have been 57. 55 maybe. We'll call Matt Turney's number. How about that?
That's good. Matt,
Turney there.
Matt did an outstanding job of playing his responsibility. One thing you saw is that Trusso did a nice job on the fake, but Matt keep coming on his contain, saw the ball wasn't given to the running back, and kept going to the quarterback. Did an outstanding job there. Now puts them in a 4th down and long in a tight spot.
That's a big play and a big stop for the Cardinals defense, where we'll have a timeout on the field because the Elks need to figure out if they're going to go for 3, or maybe punt it, try to pin the Cardinals back deep in their end zone. But we got more B-roll. Let's talk about what you see here, Eric. It just looks like everybody having just a good time.
It really is. I mean, I'm 30 years old this year, and
welcome to the club.
Yeah, exactly right.
Yes.
I'm now officially old. Every time I go to lunch at the high school, I'm reminded of that. But when you work with high school kids, they really have fun in mind at all times, and it just keeps you young. It really, really does.
Where exactly is the footage being shot here? Where
this is actually a summer camp. We also go there for a weekend camp, and it's in Asheville, North Carolina. And Young Life, the organization, is a national organization in every U.S. major city. And we're new because we're in a small rural town. They said it wouldn't work, but we're going strong on our 7th year. And that's actually in Asheville, North Carolina.
Well, I'll tell you, this is interesting. The guy who made the interception on defense, Wells Stewart, lines up for a 42-yard field goal. Boy, the defense was there, but that kick could have gone 52 yards. He just boots it all the way through. It's good. We've got a flag on the play, but what a foot.
That was an awesome kick.
Eric and I talked about this in pregame. It's like the kicker for Elkin just got a foot.
Yeah, he can go to college right now, I think.
That was a solid kick. Like you said, it could have been good from 50-plus yards. Outstanding.
We may get a chance, if the penalty's on Elkin, we may get a chance to see the 52-yard attempt. We'll find out what the call is here.
Is it roughing the kicker?
Roughing the kicker is going to be on East Surry, so they're going to decline that, obviously, and 3 points are good. So with 2:58 left in the first quarter, Elkin, after an East Surry turnover, the guy who intercepts the ball kicks a 42-yard field goal, and Want to let you know also, if you want to contact Eric and learn more about Young Life of Surry County, give him a call at 786-7920. We'll talk more with Eric after the break, but a great ball game. Elks go up 10-7.
PT Equipment announces a huge year-end sale on all mowers, including Toro, Grasshopper, and Husqvarna. Prices slashed on AGCO and Mahindra tractors. Low interest rates and financing available on all lines, including the Land Pride utility vehicle. PT Equipment at 105 Lola Lane in Pilot Mountain. Piedmont Garden Center at 109 Lola Lane in Pilot Mountain has reduced prices by 20% on all remaining trees, shrubs, and plants. Huge year-end clearance on all lawn furniture and gifts just in time for the holidays. See us today at Piedmont Garden Center. Today's game brought to you in part by Simmons Insurance Agency Incorporated, your nationwide and financial services agency. For auto, home, life, and business insurance, it's Simmons Insurance Agency. Call Pam Morgan today in Pilot Mountain or in Winston-Salem. There's a chill in the air, but we think you'll warm up to these rates at Yadkin Valley Bank. 7th month CD, 4.00%. 11th month CD, 4.20%. As the season turns and the leaves are falling, you can still keep your green growing. Stop by the Yadkin Valley Bank office that's closest to you. Member FDIC.
Welcome back to East Surry High School. Jay Sherling, J.J. Grant, also joined by Eric Leathers, Young Life of Surry County. And the Elks take a 10-7 lead after a 42-yard field goal. So the Cardinals, last time they turned the ball over on interception, this time will have a chance to redeem themselves down 3.
One thing you're going to see by Cardinals and also by Elkin is a lot of attempts, like we said, ball control, trying to take charge of things. Elkin's been lucky enough to make sure that they've taken advantage of their opportunity on the interception. Nice field goal. Could have been good by 50, 60 yards. Outstanding
Wow.
kick. So now it's going to be whether who can control the ball, move down the field, and get their control.
So Elks up 10-7 as the Cardinals will now try to take the ball on their own 25-yard line, drive down the field to put more points on the board. 2:48 left in the first quarter, and this time going to throw the ball on first down. Good defense there. Crowd certainly wants pass interference, but got to hand it to number 26. Wells Stewart again, I should say. Good defense to keep Jared Galloway from touching the football. But again, Jessup and the Cardinals trying to mix it up a little bit on offense.
Trying to air it out. He's a good quarterback. He's got good stats this year. Done a nice job of getting the ball out to Galloway and to the running backs and the other wide receiver. But just outstanding defense by Elkin. The defensive backs are stepping up to the challenge tonight. 2nd and
10 now for the Cardinals. Jessup again going to throw it quick. Looked like the ball got slightly tipped by Elkin. Knocked it off its
Number
intended.
40, Donnie Bell, stepped up and made a nice play on that pass. Almost had an interception
Marcus
there.
Martin was the intended receiver on that.
Yeah, Donnie transferred from Mount Airy, and that's where I volunteer as a Young Life leader. And he's really become a man on the football field. He ran over like every one of his ex-friends last week at Mount Airy, I think.
So 3rd and 10 as the Cardinals try to make something happen. Their go-to guy, Jared Galloway, split out wide left. And they'll roll out. They're going to try to get it as Jessup on the run. Can't make it happen. Fumbled the football, but his arm was in motion, so they will call that an incomplete pass. And it's a good thing, too, because number 62 for Elkin, Frankie Adams, had the football and had nothing but wide open 15 yards for the score. So the incomplete pass sets up a 4th down.
And the thing you saw there was Frankie do a nice job of keeping it tame and support. Even though the quarterback got outside of him, he was able to keep enough pressure, keep close enough to get that arm up in on that passing arm and create some havoc.
So Wes Denny back to punt for the Cardinals. The quarterback, Tyler Transu, back deep to receive it. Flag is on the play. We haven't seen many of those tonight, have we, boys? Transu gets it. Block in the back right there, and that'll be another flag as Transu continues to go forward. Cuts back, cuts across the field, finally gets hit and brought down, but we'll just have to see how all the penalties rack up. Looks like we may have penalties that offset everything we just saw, and we'll try to do it again.
Probably a clip and a possible running into the kicker, or
I think there's some movement on the line.
That's what we'll do. Not enough men on the line for East Surry. and then a block in the back on the return. So it looks like everybody will stop and we'll line up again and we'll just pretend that never happened.
See if Trans can do another, have another nice return.
Well, it helps when you get somebody that blocks in the back for you.
Not to be too critical, you take those as they come, but.
I certainly couldn't run it back that far, even with 5 guys on the kicking team trying to bring me down and 9, 10 other guys trying to help me. So we'll try it again. Jay Sherling, J.J. Grant, joined by Eric Leathers of Young Life of Surry County. Under 3 minutes to play in the first at East Surry High School. This time, Transu drops it and bumbles it and then runs directly. I mean directly into number 44, Kyle Pruitt.
Pruitt did a nice job of getting down there and making a play. Nice hit, solid hit. Kept the quarterback right there in front of him and just nailed it.
There's some happy Cardinals fans. We'll take a break on the Triad Sports Entertainment Network. Elks up 3, Cardinals trying to fight back.
Your hometown building supply store in Mount Airy's Riverside Building Supply, offering job site delivery and professional sales staff. For lumber, hardware, and much more, visit the Contractor Center at Riverside Building Supply. We have all the materials to make your house a home at 535 East Pine Street.
From design phase to installation and completion, plus regular maintenance cleaning. In addition to being one of the oldest, most trusted flooring companies around, we also offer service and installation of Aristocrat cabinetry and countertops. If you're in the market for quality flooring and cabinets with honest, friendly service, then shop Pilot Floor Covering in King and Winston-Salem, where we do more than just floors.
At a time like this, you know why you chose Regency. The very best wood or gas fireplace. It's the fine finishes, custom accessories, the high-efficiency heat. It's a flame so superior, it makes those intimate moments much more special. It's knowing that your Regency will still be around long after the memories fade.
Get yours at your local GMB Energy Fireplace shop.
Welcome back to East Surry High School. It's the Elks and the Cardinals. Online tonight, an outright championship of the Northwest 1A Conference or a possible 3-way tie. Jay Sherling, J.J. Grant, joined by Eric Leathers of Young Life of Surry County. And J.J., I know you'll appreciate this. Our scoreboard tonight brought to you by Speedy Chef, home of the Chef Burger. I could probably have 4 right now.
Yes.
As could you.
Yes.
Been in business since 1968. Burgers, shakes, foot-long hot dogs. Sign me up. Family owned and operated. We appreciate their sponsorship tonight. As you see, the Elks up 3 with the football, with the first quarter winding down, 1:30 and counting left to play. Right up the middle go the Elks, and enough for the first down. Good run there.
Looks like Mr. Bell again. Big Donnie Bell running up the middle, getting 10 yards, 8 to 10 yards on that run, and they're being physical, taking control of the game.
Want to let you know also, Eric Leathers, if you'd like to appreciate what he said tonight and want to get in touch with him at Young Life of Surry County, the number there. You go ahead, Eric. It's your phone number.
Well, please do. It's a 786-7920. And one of the main reasons we thought this was a great opportunity is we are called Young Life of Surry County for a reason, is that we have ministries open in 3 schools right now, and we are trying to find people in the Surry Central community as well as the Elkin community who love Jesus and love kids, who want to be a part of what we're doing.
Appreciate you coming up tonight and joining us on this and your message and your time to do that. That's a lot of work to pull that off. So congratulations on your success.
Well, thank you very much. We have too much fun to stop what we're doing anytime soon. I tell you what, being right here in the Northwest 1A, it's heated action every week, no matter who you're playing. That's exactly right.
Penalty looks like it's going to be on the Elks. We'll have to wait for a signal, but Dustin Miles, and there you are. Say hi. Say hi. There he is right there. Eric Leathers joining us tonight on the broadcast. Penalty is going to knock the Elks back 10 yards, so it sets up a 1st and 20. But with power running like we just saw from Bell, I think Bell has 1 gear. It's wide open up the middle.
Wide open, and it's a wide open.
Yeah.
Wide load, wide open.
Yes.
So he's going to wreak some havoc going up that middle.
Tyler Transu, the quarterback, you'll see him kicking and throwing the football deep like he does right here. Great pass, good hands, but not good enough. Ball dropped at the last second, but intended receiver, number 10, Levi Carter, 6'1" junior.
I tell you, Transu had a nice ball there. He's got a quick set in terms of getting back and setting his feet. letting the other wide receiver go run after it, run under it, and try to make a play. And they almost made a big one there.
Had one-on-one coverage deep on the left secondary. Just couldn't come down with a football, but a good ball, as you say, so sets up a 2nd and 20 now. Still the first quarter, inside a minute, 41 seconds to play. Elks have a 10-7 lead as they get the ball right up the middle that time. And then we mentioned number 44 before, Kyle Pruitt. He's there again with some help from the Cardinal defense, but a good time for a good stick.
Nice time, and that puts them at 3rd and long. It creates a little bit of a situation in terms of whether or not they want to run or throw or try to, keep the field position battle going and play it safe and punt it. But East Surry is getting back into it defensively. Had that one run at the beginning of the game, but since then, besides Donnie Bell getting 5 to 6 yards here every once in a while, they've been doing a nice job in terms of trying to contain this Elkin offense.
Both teams have well-known defenses, and we'll show that tonight. Again, Transu going to roll out to his left this time with pressure. Comes across the middle, throws it. Intended receiver, number 9, Marcus Martin. Ball a little bit behind him and overthrown. Sets up a 4th and long.
Well, nice job on Matt Turner to keep the pressure on the quarterback so he couldn't set his feet, turn and get it back over the middle. Going to your left and throwing back over the middle is always tough to do, and he did a nice job of keeping pressure on him.
1 quarter down, 3 to play from East Surry High School. Elks right now with a 10-7 lead on the Triad Sports Entertainment Network. Back after this.
Very nice job.
High torque engines, truck tough frames. For work, play, and everything in between. Pick a direction. Go.
For performance parts and installation, it's Carolina Street Dreams in Elkin. For total automotive care, including body kits, wheels and tires, suspensions and brakes, intakes and exhausts, seats and accessories, maintenance and diagnostics, call 526-7223 for Carolina Street Dreams. Mount Pilot Drug is more than just a drugstore. Drive-through and 24-hour emergency prescription service available, plus offering specific health conditioning designed to the independent patients. Enjoy breakfast and lunch and our soda fountain. We are different at Mount Pilot Drug at 119 Main Street in Pilot Mountain. You're watching TSEN. Due to time constraints, we move further ahead in game action.
Welcome back to East Surry High School. Jay Sherling and J.J. Grant as the Cardinals and their cheerleading faithful trying to help the Cardinal offense make something happen down inside their own 5-yard line. Had to call a timeout. And then a busted play at the line of scrimmage. Number 4, Wes Denny, looked like just tripped up at the line of scrimmage. Had a hole there, J.J., just couldn't make anything happen.
Had a hole, and actually they were pretty lucky in the fact that number 44 blitzed in for Elkin, Mr. Cody Westra, but looked like he just barely tripped up the back, or otherwise that would have been a big gain there for East Surry.
Denny able to fall forward for a couple of yards, but still a 2nd and 8. One thing Elkin known for, their defense. They've had quite a few shutouts so far this year. Lost their first game of the season last week, late in the game to Mount Airy.
One thing about this defense, you'll notice that over the past 5 quarters, they've given up more points than they have all year previously. They've given up 28 points in the last game. They'd only given up 26 in the other games. And a quick score by East Surry here. But it seems like they've settled back into the groove that they've had all season in terms of controlling the line of scrimmage and controlling the offensive opponent. And they look very comfortable right now.
Offsides on the defense for Elkin certainly helps the Cardinals. Adds on 5 yards, sets up a 2nd and 4 now. That makes you as a head coach breathe a little easier.
It does. Gives you a lot of options.
Denny up the middle. Denny tries to cut back to get back more to the center of the field. Able to pick up a couple of yards, maybe close to the first down. Going to set up a 3rd and 1. Glad to have you with us tonight. I'm sorry, J.J. Grant, as I interrupt you, Jay Sherling. Glad to have you here in Mount Airy. There's the replay right up the middle of the cutback there. Looked like he had a seam there, but the cutback was the wrong move.
Had a seam there, but maybe made the wrong move. That defense also closed it pretty quickly. But it's nice to have that option of a 1,000-yard back who can make a play back there. See if they'll get him the ball a little bit more this quarter.
You can bet third down conversions will be a important stat tonight, so the Cardinals certainly trying to draw them off sides, and it may have worked. Looked like they may have gotten number 42, Terry Adams, off sides. We'll see what Jack Walton, tonight's referee, calls. As you can tell by Jessup, the quarterback for East Surry, he already knows it's on the Elks. So they're going to stop the clock. 9:20 left in the first half. 10-7 right now. Cardinals on top. We'll take a break here from East Surry High School. Elks up by 3.
Today's game is proudly sponsored in part by Royster & Royster, attorneys at law, specializing in personal injury and criminal law. We do real estate, wills, and trusts. Royster & Royster with 2 convenient locations in Pilot Mountain and Mount Airy. Your one-stop place for tires is Parish Tire Company of Mount Airy. Quality Michelin tires and much more. We do alignments and have a full-service technician on duty for all your mechanical needs. Parish Tire Company for over 40 years of business at 351 Andy Griffith Parkway. Pilot Mountain Subway is proud to support the East Surry Cardinals. Home or away, before the game, the Cardinals eat fresh with Pilot Mountain Subway. After 4 p.m., take advantage of Subway's 3 foot-long subs for just $11.99. Call 368-5010. For the best tasting Italian food, it's Theo's Italian Family Restaurant in the Starmount Crossing Shopping Center in Jonesville. Try Theo's specialty Greek or vegetarian pizza, or our world's best chicken wings. Daily lunch special, all-you-can-eat pizza and salad bar, just $4.95. For dessert, try our delicious baklava. For those seafood lovers, it's Pirates Landing Seafood and Steak Restaurant at 161 Interstate Way in Elkin. Homemade seafood scampi, fried scallops and oysters. Try our popular combination dinners, or the Buccaneers Boiled Seafood Feast, just $13.95, and Surf and Turf combos starting at $16.95. For the best tasting crab dip or crab cake, it's Pirates Landing at Elkin. Elk Pharmacy is your friendly hometown service pharmacy. Since 1939, Elk Pharmacy has been offering fast, courteous service. Registered pharmacists always there to answer all your pharmacy questions. Located at 116 East Main Street in Elkin. Call 835-2621. You're watching TSEN. Due to time constraints, we move further ahead in game action.
Welcome back to East Surry High School. Elks with the ball, leading 10-7. Jay Sherling and J.J. Grant with you. J.J., again, now you've got a tough job ahead of you. You've got players of the game to pick tonight. Riverside Building Supply will be sponsoring tonight's East Surry Player of the Game. Riverside, we have all the materials to make your house a home at 535 East Pine Street in Mount Airy. And then the player of the game for the Elkin Bucking Elks is Logo Wear Professional. Screen print t-shirts, sweatshirts, jackets, caps, everybody else. They make it happen for you, and this run is great here by number 9, Dustin Miles. Miles finally brought down inside the 5. A late flag comes in, but a great cut back there, JJ, to get to the open field.
Nice move. This kid's got some outstanding feet. He's got ability to cut, make a man miss, quick feet to get back up to full speed. Does a nice job on the option play on the pitch. Cuts upfield, and it makes that nice cut back inside.
Nice,
right there. Gets extra 15 to 20 yards. And the end of the play, we see a late hit there by number 21, it looks like. Had a problem falling over Nick Hyatt, who kind of fell over the pile. Wasn't necessarily an aggressive hit, but the referee sure did take notice of it.
So the foul half distance to the goal line. Ball was on the 8, now it's on the 4. Transu and the offense will try to make things happen as they do the option again. This time, no problem whatsoever for number 9, Dustin Miles, who got him down there to start with, able to finish off the play, and 6 more points for the Elks.
And again, they're able to run that option, get outside, make some things happen. Miles with great feet, quickness. Transu does a nice job of reading his options in terms of running that option play. and they score again. And you see here, he gets the pitch out quickly to the man who got him down there and gives him an opportunity to get another touchdown.
Head coach Richard Grilsom for Elkin, certainly happy to see his offense performing the way it is. Last week they lost in the final minutes of their game to Mount Airy for their first loss of the year. If that hadn't happened, we'd have a great unbeaten battle here. Kick is good by Stewart for the extra point. As the Elks take a 10-point lead now with 6:41 left in the first half. They are up 17-7 as we're at East Surry High School. J.J. Sherling, J.J. Grant with you on the Triad Sports Entertainment Network.
Today's game is brought to you in part by Garenco General Contractor, specializing in commercial construction projects. Call us today for your next big project plans, 368-2788, or visit our website at www.garenco.com. PT Equipment announces a huge year-end sale on all mowers, including Toro, Grasshopper, and Husqvarna. Prices slashed on AGCO and Mahindra tractors. Low interest rates and financing available on all lines, including the Land Pride utility vehicle. PT Equipment at 105 Lola Lane in Pilot Mountain. Piedmont Garden Center at 109 Lola Lane in Pilot Mountain has reduced prices by 20% on all remaining trees, shrubs, and plants. Huge year-end clearance on all lawn furniture and gifts just in time for the holidays. See us today at Piedmont Garden Center. Your hometown building supply store in Mount Airy's Riverside Building Supply, offering job site delivery and professional sales staff. For lumber, hardware, and much more, visit the Contractor Center at Riverside Building Supply. We have all the materials to make your house a home at 535 East Pine Street. Today's game brought to you in part by Simmons Insurance Agency Incorporated, your nationwide and financial services agency. For auto, home, life, and business insurance, it's Simmons Insurance Agency. Call Pam Morgan today in Pilot Mountain or in Winston-Salem. You're watching TSEN. Due to time constraints, we move further ahead in game action.
Welcome back. East Surry trailing Elkin right now 17-7, 6:01 left in the first half. Want to let you know Elkin Recreation Center at 336-835-9814. Going to be featuring them during the second quarter of tonight's game. And if you want to talk Pee Wee flag football, youth basketball, youth wrestling, they have Sanders Workshop. They have it all and make good things happen. Good play there by the Cardinals defense. Number 12, Ben Gibson again comes up from his corner spot, sticks it right to Stewart. Good pitch and catch there, but good defense.
And you see him break up on the ball, gets a nice jump on it, nice form tackle, and takes him right down.
Helmet right in the chest.
Outstanding play.
You're a linebacker. You like to see like that, don't you?
Always love his.
Face mask right in the numbers. So again, Stewart, after getting hit on that reception, comes on to attempt a field goal. Spot looks to be at about the 18-yard line, which makes it a 28-yarder. He's already got a 42-yarder. Bad snap, and Stewart has the ball going around the left end. Not going to be able to pick up enough for the first down, as that typically is a turnover on downs, and a nice pickup for Elkin. As we'll see the replay of the short snap here. Stewart tries to get around the left end, can't do it, JJ, and gets stuck, and that's, you know, special teams important, especially when you have a quick kicker like Stewart.
Oh, absolutely.
That's a big turn of events.
That's a huge turn of events, especially with their defense and the way they're playing. Gibson makes another good play in terms of coming up and support. That's 3 plays straight that he's been in on the tackle. So it's a positive for East Surry to turn it around and drive down this field, get a little bit out of this. 5 minutes left in the second quarter. Don't want to go in down by 10 against a team with this type of defense.
We'll have to remember that play, a botch on the special teams. Saves the Cardinals from getting down by more than 10 points. Quick outlet into the slot on the left side. A good pickup, close to a first down.
Looks like East Surry's going to open it up a little bit. They went trips to the left, quick pass to the slot back, number 19, Travis Lucas, and picks up a nice gain of 7-8 yards. Now they got second and short. And again, as you mentioned before, every coach loves second and short. Gives them a lot of options.
Clock rolling at 4:45 left in the first half. We've got a good game. Elks up by 10, 17-7. Jay Sherling and J.J. Grant. Jessup this time throws the ball to his favorite receiver, Jared Galloway. Galloway can't hang on to it, but boy, he threaded the needle on that one. A great throw.
Nice throw. They had to be a little bit behind him just so the defensive back wouldn't make a play on it. And like right on his back hip, just dropped the ball. But fortunately, again, they're in 3rd and short now. They've still got a chance to, a good shot at coming up with this first down. And we'll see if they go back to this trips play that's giving them options in terms of open receivers, just having taking opportunities, taking full advantage of their opportunities.
Jared Galloway and Martin go wide left, and the throw out to Martin is a good one. Gets out of bounds, fumbles the football, goes out of bounds, and stays in East Surry's possession. So enough for the first down. The home crowd likes that, especially as they're down 10 points with 4:27 left in the first half.
See a nice quick out, only needed short yardage, got a fumble, but luckily it went out of bounds, and East Surry keeps the ball and keeps moving. Now this is a nice drive. They're taking their shots cautiously, seeing what opportunities they have. They're in a trip formation, which causes one of those guys to be covered by a linebacker, and also the safety has to stay back far enough to play it safe. So it gives them options.
And Jared Galloway, I'm sure, is the favorite receiver of Jessup there. Backside trouble, Jessup gets away. Smart throws it out of bounds. They're going to throw a flag. Intentional grounding. Was he outside the tackle? That will be the call.
From the look of the play, he looked like he made it out there far enough, but we'll have to see. It's a nice, smart heads-up play by Jessup. Could have took a big sack on that play, possibly fumbled, but smart enough to throw it out of bounds, and we'll see what the referees decide here.
Jack Walton, tonight's referee. And he forgot what he wanted to say, so he's going to go back and refer to what was the call again, guys? They will call that an illegal forward pass.
Man.
JJ, you're the football guy here. Here's a replay of it.
As you
Gets
see,
outside the pocket.
Smart enough, throws it out, gets it downfield, throws it out of bounds, or maybe it's because there's no receiver in that area. But from my understanding, that's a heads up play by the quarterback.
Could have been an illegal call. It may have been roughing the passer. We'll have to figure out exactly what is going on. Unsportsmanlike conduct is called on the Elks.
Had to have been something after the play, because that was not an aggressive hit. Wasn't a big hit. Almost basically just pushed him over. But it must have been something said or some type of activity afterwards.
So we've got it straight now. I think the press box has figured it out. And it's going to be a second down. 2nd and 10 now for the Cardinals. Austin Jessup, the quarterback, gives it right up the middle to number 4, Wes Denny. Denny stuck right away by several guys, and leading the way looked like to be number 42, Terry Adams.
42, Terry Adams and Matt Nixon both did a nice job on that play. Defensive line in front is doing a nice job of controlling the running game of East Surry, putting them in a tight spot, and they're having to pass the ball on a regular basis. Just not an opening there for that running back to make a play.
Good stick also by Code Wester there, who able to come in and help on that play as well. Sets up a 3rd and 12 now, and clock's ticking with 3:43 left in the first half. Cardinals find themselves at home, perfect record, and down by 10 to their cross-county rival, the Elks. And there's moving all over the place, and certainly Elkin knows that they saw some Cardinals move on that one, so they feel confident it will not be called against them.
Definitely. And you see East Surry coming back out in that trip formation, trying to, as you see, legal procedure, trying to come out and create some options for Galloway, their other wide receiver, and try to open things up with that trip. So did a nice job at the beginning of the drive. But right now they're stalling out. They need to get something going.
So the Cardinals now lose 5 more yards, make up a 3rd and long. Ball just outside their own 20-yard line. Inside 3.5 minutes to play. Jay Sherling, J.J. Grant with you at East Surry High School. Quick slant right there going to number 19, Travis Lucas. Lucas could not hold on to it. It's going to lead to a punt.
And a play that definitely wouldn't have gotten a first down for him, just maybe giving him a little more room. But unfortunately couldn't come up with that play.
Also, our second quarter feature tonight, Elkin Rec Center I'll let you know you can contact them at 336-835, I should say, 9814-399 Highway 268 West. And if you want your kids to get into sports early, guys, I mean, this is a great place to do it. They have all sorts of things for the fall and winter programs, pee-wee football and youth wrestling, and a thing called Santa's Workshop as well, as the punt for the Cardinals gets a good Cardinal bounce, and they will down the football as Elkin gets the ball back in the Cardinal side of the field. We'll be back. Elks up 10.
There's a chill in the air, but we think you'll warm up to these rates at Yadkin Valley Bank. 7th month CD, 4.00%. 11th month CD, 4.20%. As the season turns and the leaves are falling, you can still keep your green growing. Stop by the Yadkin Valley Bank office that's closest to you. Member FDIC.
Fumble.
Welcome back to East Surry High School. You got a fumble on the first snap for the Elks. Looks like they were able to keep possession, lose it down. We'll see, get a quick replay of it. Fumble on the exchange there, JJ.
Yeah, it looks like transfers probably pulled out just a bit quickly on the snap. They've been having problems off and on all night with their snaps, the field goal snaps, just kind of raggedy a little bit in terms of handling the ball as far as the quarterback transaction.
So this time the Elks on second down give the ball up again. Going nowhere, good defense as the clock continues to run with 2:38 left in the first half.
Matt Turney does a nice job of keeping contained on that, and that play is eating them up pretty much tonight, getting to either the off tackle or the pitch on the option. Nice job by Turney in terms of making a play, and now they got third and the long here.
So fumbled snap on first down, a loss of 1 on second down, 3rd and 11, and the home crowd wants to see one more defensive stand so the Cardinals maybe can get the ball back before the end of the first half. There's a fumble on the exchange on the handoff, and the Cardinals are able to jump right on it. Referee Jack Walton there to make that call with no problems whatsoever. And there's the turnover, first of the game for Elkin, and a good time for the Cardinals, and the home crowd likes it.
And again, Elkin has a problem handling the ball off ball transaction between the quarterback and number 21, Matthew Wordenen, and Nick Hyatt, had a problem there with the transaction as far as the ball. Having that problem all night, they've got to straighten that out, or they're going to keep East Surry in this game.
So Jessup in the offense now, line up in shotgun, 3 receivers to our side. They're going to try to make something happen with just a few minutes left. They try to throw it into the flats. Forward pass stops the clock with 2:01 remaining in the first half. Elks up 17-7. A couple of turnovers for the Cardinals in the first half have led to 10 Elkin points. Elkin's defense, you talked about them, a lot of shutouts, gave up the most points they have all season. For the entire, for all the games before last week's loss to Mount Airy, hadn't given up that many points.
28 and a loss to Mount Airy, 26 for the remainder of the season outside of that. So they got a big challenge here as East Surry goes with 5 wideouts.
So here comes the blitz, and Jessup's going to run outside the pocket. Going to throw it deep. He's got a man behind the defense, and that's number 19, Travis Lucas. Lucas able to haul it in, and just a great play by the quarterback.
Jessup be able to buy himself time. He's got 5 receivers downfield. He's just looking for an opportunity to make a play, and does a great job of coming out the pocket, buying some time, and getting it deep. And you see him roll out. He's buying a little time, throws it deep, makes a play. Number 19 does, and now they're on the roll. If they can get a score here, it makes this game a totally different type of situation for them.
Stops the clock, 1:49 remaining in the first half, and ball inside now the Elkin 25-yard line as Jessup this time just lets it go deep. He's got his man number 29 there, Galloway, but Galloway turns into a defensive back and knocks it away from number 12, Transu. Transu there on the offensive side and defensive side. Good athletes, play both ways.
Exactly. You see the nice job of him squeezing down the field as the ball's in air. And what we mean by that, going towards the out of bounds and squeezing the field down so the wide receiver doesn't have an opportunity to run by him, make a play. Nice job by Transu.
So the clock also stops on the incomplete, 1:34 remaining. Cardinals trying to make something happen. Just outside the red zone, they throw it into the slant to number 4, Wes Denny. Denny breaks through and scores 6 points.
Huge. That's a huge play. Nice read by Jessup, hits it right over the middle, stands in there, and he's taking quite a bit of beatings tonight. That Elkin defense is teeing off on him. He's done a nice job of standing in that pocket and making the plays.
So the turnover on the fumble gives the Cardinals a chance to do this. Denny works his way into the end zone. And that's a big pickup before the half. 1:27 left. It's 17-13 now. Elks with the lead. Jessup will add the extra point. It's good. 17-14. Elks get the ball. We'll go to...
And as you see, Denny takes that ball, that pass right over the middle, goes in, gives them a great situation now, and this makes this a tight ball game.
Back after this.
You're watching TSEN. Due to time constraints, we move further ahead in game action.
There's Randy Ferguson, the man making it happen on the sidelines there for us tonight for this game. Good job, Randy. Way to be on top of it. Getting all the highlights. Anything you see that's a highlight or a slow-mo play, it's because of Randy. So here's the kickoff, and it's kind of a number that goes up, and it's a live football. Finally picked up by the Elks. Number 9, Dustin Miles, gets his mitts on it and then gets it to about the 29-yard line.
Looks like they've got a flag over here at about the 27-yard line. Don't know if that was an illegal block or what, but we'll find out here in a second. This is going to be a big drive for Elkin. If they can put at least 3 points, makes it a touchdown lead, it could be a very interesting situation.
Well, we've seen the foot of Wells Stewart, their kicker. He's already kicked a 42-yarder tonight. And here's the tail end of the kickoff, JJ. And
just see Darius there. You can't quite see a call here as far as what exactly the flag was for, but nice play by East Surry in terms of covering that kickoff. But again, like you said, West has done a nice job as far as kicking for Elkin. If he gets down close, it could be 3 points, and that makes it a touchdown lead. It's a huge difference with these two types of defenses. And Wells is an outstanding kicker. He basically, from what we've ever seen, he's leading the state with 74 points as far as kicking.
Kevin Bryant, the injured Cardinal, number 31, looked like that he was coming across and met one of his teammates there. He looks like he's going to be all right. But the Elks, certainly after that penalty on the kickoff return, find themselves deep in territory. The ball inside the 20-yard line.
Being moved back, let's see if they try to actually be aggressive and move down the field, or they're going to just go in with that 3-point lead at halftime and hopefully not turn the ball over.
Tyler Transu, the quarterback, is going to give it right up the middle. Late flag comes in, which will stop the clock. 1:09 left in the first half. Cardinals just scored their second touchdown of the evening to draw within 3 of Elkin. Jay Sherling, JJ Grant with you. Glad to have you here on the Triad Sports Entertainment Network. Face mask going to be called on the Cardinals. That's going to set up an automatic first down and certainly take some of the field away from the Elkin Elks.
And as you see, big back coming up the middle and does a nice job of leaning forward, getting a little bit of extra yardage. Looks like just the defense being aggressive, trying to make a play, and on a big back and reached up and touched the face mask.
And they give it a 5-yard face mask instead of the 15, so it will not be a first down yet, but they retain the down and stays first down, so first and short now for Transu in the offense. Hands it off to Miles around the right side. Miles, enough for the first down. Will stop the clock to reset the chains. Clock running with just at a minute remaining in the first half. 17-14. Speedy Chef, hamburgers, foot-long hot dogs, malts, burger. Man,
that's my kind of place.
I can keep going on. They're the sponsor of our scoreboard tonight. We appreciate them doing that. And, you know, man, I'll tell you, those guys have been open since 1968. Home of the Chef Burger. If you want to go check them out, family-owned and operated. 685 North Bridge Street in Elkin. If you want takeout orders, JJ, write this down. 835-4403. You dial them up, we'll get the takeout order. We'll get Fabrizio on camera too to get it for us, right? Nah, he won't. He doesn't do takeout orders. We better not do that. We better not do that. But, you know, if I buy a burger, maybe he might do it, you know. But appreciate them helping us out tonight, and all the other sponsors we'll be mentioning as well. And players of the game, we'll talk about that. Good stick there.
Big Bill up the middle, number 55, Matt Turney does a nice job of making a stop, and now it's 2nd and long. Surprisingly, Elkin hasn't been aggressive in terms of throwing the ball down the field. You would think that they would do that with Trousseau, who's an outstanding.
Looks like they're trying to make something happen with 18 seconds left. Clock was running. It's down to 8 seconds. Clock will stop now. Second long. They, one stab at the end zone. Trying to go deep to number 10, Levi Carter. Defense, though, able to break it up. So it sets a 3rd and long. 8 seconds remaining in the half. Certainly take a knee. Let's go to the house and take a break and talk about the second half.
They've got the lead. They're in a good situation. They're in a nice position in terms of a 3-point lead. They're going to go in, like you said, at halftime to discuss some things. They gave up some big plays in the passing, and they'll make adjustments there.
So they'll give it to Dustin Miles up the right side. He picks up enough for the first down. 1 second remaining on the clock. Elks up 17-14. They'll reset the chains, and we'll have one more play here before we end the half.
As you see, Dustin Miles able to get outside. He's been able to do that all night. Get to that right side, get outside, maybe cut back in. This time he stayed out there, got the first down, and makes the coach think about taking another shot at the end zone.
Got a timeout on the field right now with 1 second. Want to let you know also that we're proud to talk about Elkin Recreation and Parks, 336-835-9814 if you want to get your child interested in aerobics, rock climbing. I mean, you name it, these guys do it.
That's an outstanding facility.
Absolutely. I mean, look, it's a beautiful place. It's a great place to go to take the kids and get them involved. They've got a crater park there. They've got, trails. Great place to go. Give them a call at the Elkin Community Center. And she's ready for a game tonight. Look at her. Cardinal fan all the way there.
Absolutely.
1 second left in the first half. Jay Sherling and J.J. Grant with you. Got a good football game. Elks with a 3-point lead, 17-14. Let's see if that's the way we'll end the first half, because they're going deep around the left side. Trying to go to number 22. Number 21, I should say, Matthew Werdeman. That's going to end the first half. Elks take a 3-point lead to the house. We'll be back to start the third quarter after this on the Triad Sports Entertainment Network.
High torque engines, truck tough frames. For work, play, and everything in between. Pick a direction. Go.
Welcome you back to East Surry High School. Elkin kicking it off with a 3-point lead, 17-14. Jay Sherling and J.J. Grant with you. Glad to bring you the Triad Sports Entertainment Network's Game of the Week. In this game, J.J. Grant for either a chance at a 3-way tie for the 1A Northwest Conference, or if the Cardinals win tonight, a chance to win it outright.
Well, as you see, East Surry starts off with Marcus Martin getting the ball, making sure they get the possession, but it's a huge game. The kids seemed a little bit excited, a little bit out of tune in terms of so many flags and missed opportunities in terms of some of the passing. But it's still an exciting game with some of the runs and big plays that they still have made. So it's still a big battle up in the air.
Number 11, Austin Jessup, the quarterback for the Cardinals tonight, gives it right up the middle for a small pickup on first down. But we talked about turnovers. Obviously a big situation, a big game changer in the first half. A couple for the Cardinals, one for East Surry, caused the opposite team to get points off of it. So that's why we've got 17-14 on the scoreboard. Exactly. Hopefully ball control will be more of a factor in the second half.
I think it will. It'll come into play. Since it's only a 3-point game, one score makes it either a lead or a tie. So it's real close, compact. Both these defenses are going to play a huge part in who wins this game.
So Jessup, again, nothing fancy. Gives it right up the middle to the fullback. Going nowhere. Tried to give it to number 39, Richard Gwynn. Gwynn, pickup of maybe one. Sets up 3rd and 7.
Not much room there to go. Elkin's been playing very physical, very strong in the middle. A nice job by number 42, 51, and 70 at that Elkin front line. And now puts him in 3rd and long and puts him probably in a spread offense, which they've been the most successful at all night. Unfortunately, they don't come out in the spread. They keep it tight, one wide out Galloway and 2 back. So we'll see what happens.
Galloway out there, number 12, Tyler Transu, runs out there to try to guard him, and they're going to try to go with the fade route to him. It's open, but the overthrow can't be completed. More damage there done to the water bucket than anybody else, but Galloway unable to come up with the catch, sets up 4th down.
An unfortunate offensive series for East Surry. You want to come out and take an opportunity to capitalize on that. You see Galloway wide open.
He had separation.
Catches that ball. He's probably going all the way because he catches it in full speed. He's got about 5 to 7 yards of separation, as you said, Jay. Got to take full advantage of those.
So West Denny again with the kick, end over end, is going to take a nice East Surry bounce. Transu takes it on the bounce, has a seam, and has got a wall. He cuts it back. He's got more room, more help. No flag on the play. He continues to go up the sideline, breaks it well inside the 20, but we may have a flag, and we do, at about the 30-yard line. So that will negate some of the yards picked up by Transu.
Great run by Transu. You see, takes it off a good bounce, goes north and south, and that's always the big key in a punt return. Going north and south, taking those lanes. You see the clip in that play, but a nice aggressive run by Transu, and you see the athletic ability of their starting quarterback, who's also the starting corner.
Your good athletes go both ways, when especially in 1A football, when you've got good kids. You know, we talked about kids for the Cardinals, Jared Galloway, who was certainly one of the best athletes for the Cardinals, and again, Transu again.
Clip on the return. 1st down.
We're getting close. We heard Jack Walton utter something.
Yes, we did.
So we're getting close. We're going to have calls for you here shortly, folks. I promise you that. Want to let you know, Jay Sherling, J.J. Grant with you. Proud to bring you a great matchup. Elkin 9-1 with a 3-point lead right now, 17-14 against the home team, East Surry, at 10-0. East Surry wins this game, JJ. They are the Northwest 1A Conference champs. So if Elkin wins this game and Mount Airy wins their game tonight, then all 3 teams end up 10-1. I don't know how that's going to work out, but I bet there's going to be a coin flip sometime to see who makes the playoffs.
Flip, drawing straws or something. I mean, it won't be decided on the field.
You know, rock, paper, scissors,
exactly.
something like that. On a 2nd and short, the defense again looked like number 44, Kyle Pruitt there, first on the scene.
Nice stick by Pruitt. Stepped right up in the hole, got good leverage on his pop, lifted him right up off the ground. And as a linebacker, I really enjoy those types of plays. Give me a warm, fuzzy feeling all over.
Want to thank some people for sponsoring our game tonight. Speedy Chef, home of the Chef Burger, is our scoreboard sponsor tonight. We'll be talking about the players of the game that J.J. Grant will choose tonight. Riverside Building Supply will choose the player of the game for East Surry. And a great play there by the East Surry defense on a 3rd and 9. We'll also talk about Logo Wear Professional. There's Riverside Building Supply. They'll be our sponsor of the player of the game for East Surry. Logo Wear Professional will be our sponsor for the Elkin Buck and Elks player of the game there as well. So we'll be talking a lot about them tonight. But so far, good defensives have showed up in the 2nd half, and Cardinals stand strong there and set up a 4th and long. Elkin will certainly have to kick it away.
And both teams settling on defense, seeing what they've got to take full advantage of in terms of stopping their offense. And a nice punt here will put them inside the 10-yard line. Outstanding.
Again, the kick angled away by number 21, Matthew Wordman. Angles it away. Cardinals has the ball when we come back. 17-14, Elks up by 3.
For over 45 years, the Triad has relied on Pilot floor covering for quality carpet, tile, linoleum, and wood floors. Our family-owned and operated stores offer full-service flooring from design phase to installation and completion, plus regular maintenance cleaning. In addition to being one of the oldest, most trusted flooring companies around, we also offer service and installation of Aristocrat cabinetry and countertops. If you're in the market for quality flooring and cabinets with honest, friendly service, then shop Pilot floor covering in King and Winston-Salem, where we do more than just floors.
At a time like this, you know why you chose Regency, the very best wood or gas fireplace. It's the fine finishes, custom accessories, the high-efficiency heat. It's a flame so superior, it makes those intimate moments much more special. It's knowing that your Regency will still be around long after the memories fade.
Get yours at your local GMB Energy Fireplace shop.
For performance parts and installation, it's Carolina Street Dreams in Elkin. For total automotive care, including body kits, wheels and tires, suspensions and brakes, intakes and exhausts, seats and accessories, maintenance and diagnostics, call 526-7223 for Carolina Street Dreams. You're watching TSEN. Due to time constraints, we move further ahead in game action.
Speedy Chef, proud to bring you the scoreboard tonight. Triad Sports Entertainment Network, Jay Sherling and JJ Grant. We highly endorse Speedy Chef because we're two big guys who like burgers, shakes, and fries, and footlong hot dogs, and all of that stuff. They've been a family-owned and operated business since 1968. Go check them out if you want to at 685 North Bridge Street in Elkin. And if you want takeout orders, man, they've got them. Here's the play on first down, breaking tackles, working their way, of course. I'll tell you, Wes Denny's been a guy who's just been running and running and running, carrying the mail tonight for the Cardinals.
He has done a nice job, no fumbles. It's been smart as far as making cuts, aggressive as far as running the ball up the middle, delivering a blow. He's been a solid workhorse, like you said, all night.
They called him down before that extra effort, so only 1 yard picked up. But again, Denny gets the ball again, breaks to the outside, cuts it back in. It's got some blockers, but then meets number 10 head on. Levi Carter with the hit. Home crowd wants a late hit, but they won't get it. But again, Denny working hard to get all he can.
And the thing about it, he's doing an outstanding job of making people miss. He makes that guy miss there, trying to get some extra yardage. Nice play there in terms of the tackle by Levi Carter. Takes him down and does a nice job of stopping that run. But again, Denny, the workhorse, getting everything he can. The one thing about the Elkin defense, they are coming up with support from the other guys to clean up the play. Number 10, whether it be Transu or who else, coming up to get that support, making it hard for Denny to get those deep, long runs.
So a 3rd and 5 for the Cardinals. They'll throw it out to number 9. That's Marcus Martin. Martin gets outside, picks up well enough for the first down. And again, going to the big sophomore, 6'1", 200-pounder. Probably a mismatch on the defensive back there. A smart move.
Exactly, and a mismatch in terms of size. We're going to break that first tackle, get a couple extra yards. The short passing game has been there for them all night. They just haven't capitalized on it on a regular basis. And if they can do that, they can take a shot to Galloway deep, or Denny can get a seam on a running play, and it can be over.
They're setting up Galloway deep. I don't know when it's going to happen, but I'll bet you that's what they're trying to do. So again, Jessup under center, going to throw it again out. Almost picked off. Probably should have been picked off by number 24, Keith Whitman there. Couldn't get his hands up quite high enough, but boy, that would have not been good because he didn't have a lot in front of him to stop him from scoring.
Not a lot at all, and he did a nice job in terms of his drop to get over there in front of Martin. Luckily, it's the one time the coach was happy that the throw was a little bit high and outside on that. But again, going back to short passing game, and you look at that, if he had the time, Galloway was starting to open up on a 10 to 12 yard out that same side.
So 2nd and 10 now for the Cardinals. Play action, they're going across the middle again, trying to set it up for Galloway, but the pass just too high.
And it's got to be that Elkin front is getting a good push in terms of creating a little bit of pressure on that quarterback. He's been hit a little bit through this game, and that's going to cause him to be a little jittery in his stance, maybe not get his feet set. Ball's going to sail on him. But, yeah, you got to give credit to the Elkin front line for putting that pressure on him. But the wide receivers are still open. They're still open. He still can take an opportunity to take advantage of it.
So they'll put it up again, a pump fake there, trying to hit Galloway in the flats. He certainly was asking for some interference, maybe a hold. Not going to happen there. No flags thrown, sets up a 4th and 10, which means that we'll just have to wait for another series for Galloway to make some magic happen, but he certainly was the guy that saved the game last week for the Cardinals, as he was instrumental in a late 4th quarter drive that set up a win to keep East Surry perfect at 10-0. So Wes Denny, who's been working hard in the backfield, certainly going to work hard to get this punt away. Good snap and a good clean kick. Transu back, able to catch it. He breaks through the first line of defense, gets a good block right there up the left side. Finally brought down at the 25-yard line, but what a great block he got.
27, Andrew Johnson.
Wow.
Blindside shot. That was an awesome block. Gave him an extra 20 yards on that play. And you'll see on the punt return, he does a nice job. He turns to the right and cuts right upfield, north and south. Big hit right there, takes him out of the picture, and nice clean hit. Nothing dirty or illegal about it.
Oh no, just a great block. Garrett Kane, number 52, was the kid who just was trying to take the angle. We'll take a break while they look at him and his condition. 8 seconds left in the third quarter. Bucks with the ball deep in Cardinal territory, and they're up 3.
Mount Pilot Drug is more than just a drugstore. Drive-through and 24-hour emergency prescription service available, plus offering specific health conditioning designed to the independent patients. Enjoy breakfast and lunch and our soda fountain. We are different at Mount Pilot Drug at 119 Main Street in Pilot Mountain. Today's game is proudly sponsored in part by Royster & Royster, attorneys at law, specializing in personal injury and criminal law. We do real estate, wills, and trusts. Royster & Royster with 2 convenient locations in Pilot Mountain and Mount Airy. Your one-stop place for tires is Parrish Tire Company of Mount Airy. Quality Michelin tires and much more. We do alignments and have a full-service technician on duty for all your mechanical needs. Parrish Tire Company for over 40 years of business at 351 Andy Griffith Parkway.
You're watching TSEN. Due to time constraints, we move further ahead in game action.
All right, welcome back to East Surry High School. Jay Sherling and J.J. Grant with you. For the fourth quarter, we'll be joined by Vonda Martin, who of the Edward Armfield Civic and Recreation Center in Pilot Mountain. Vonda, glad to have you with us for the fourth quarter.
Thank you very much.
Good football
nice
game,
to be
isn't
here.
it?
It's exciting.
Elkin's going to try to make it happen. They give it to number 9, Miles, and Miles up the right side again, cuts back and gets it almost close to a first down as we start the fourth quarter. And I'll tell you, Vonda, you can talk about the rivalry here between these two schools. It's a good one in this game to kind of decide championship of the conference is big time.
Well, you know, we heard they lost last week. Elkin lost last week, and so you knew they'd be coming in here hungry to even the score a little bit. So pretty exciting.
17-14 our score, fourth quarter. Welcome you to Pilot Mountain as the Elks are knocking on the door, JJ. They give it back up the middle at the goal line. Go right to number 40, Donnie Bell. Bell stacked up at the line of scrimmage. Couldn't make it, but they're knocking on the door anyway.
Right at the door. The big thing about it is, again, Miles coming off that off tackle. The big play set it up, cut back. But you see East Surry does a nice job of standing Bell up and drives him back. Nice job of the defensive front being able to hold him and buy another play, but the second down on 1 yard line, it's going to be tough.
.11:07 remaining in the football game. We've got a good one here. Elkin holding on to a 3-point lead, trying to add to that as it is second and goal from the 1 yard line. They'll give it again up the middle. This time again going to Bell. No sign yet for touchdown as they unstack. Looks like it's going to be a third and goal.
Which is surprising. They go back to Bell, although Miles has had a nice game off tackle. They go back to Bell, the big man up the middle. East Surry extremely aggressive up the middle, doing a nice job of stopping them there, and now it's third down on the 1 yard line. This is a huge play.
Bond, it's okay to cheer. If you want to cheer, it's okay to cheer. We'll certainly talk about the Recreation Center here, but we've got to make sure that we see the action unfold here. Third and goal. Big possession, big possession. 3-point lead for Elkin. They certainly want to add to that.
Get him, get him, get him. Come on, number 9, get him.
And they give it right to Miles again, and Miles able to get into the end zone for the touchdown. 6 points for the Elks. Makes it 23-14 with 10 minutes remaining in the football game. Stewart will come on to attempt the extra point. And JJ, certainly, you know,
and again,
when you're
Miles
that close to the goal line, it's, you
got to give it to the money man. And you see it again, off tackle, spreads the defense out, able to pick a lane and cut back. And they've been very successful The Bucking Elks were all
Man,
night.
that's bravery. It's hunting season up here, isn't it, in North Carolina? You wear some antlers around here, you might get in trouble. Stewart with the extra point there, not a problem. So, with 10 minutes remaining on the game clock in the fourth quarter, 24-14, Elkin, the visiting Elks, have a 10-point lead. We'll take a break here. More with Vonda Martin after the break from the Edward Armfield Civic and Recreation Center in Pilot Mountain. Jay Sherling and J.J. Grant with you. We'll be back right after this.
Pilot Mountain Subway is proud to support the East Surry Cardinals. Home or away, before the game, the Cardinals eat fresh with Pilot Mountain Subway. After 4 p.m., take advantage of Subway's 3 foot-long subs for just $11.99. Call 368-5010. Elk Pharmacy is your friendly hometown service pharmacy. Since 1939, Elk Pharmacy has been offering fast, courteous service. Registered pharmacists always there to answer all your pharmacy questions. Located at 116 East Main Street in Elkin. Call 835-2621.
Elk set to kick off back to the Cardinals. Jay Sherling, J.J. Grant with you, joined by Vonda Martin of the Armfield Civic and Recreation Center. They've got it in the hands of the guy that does a lot of damage for him, number 29, Jared Galloway. Breaks it to the left side, breaks it out to the 20-yard line. Well, they'll start first and 10 for the Cardinals. And let's talk to Vonda. And Vonda, glad to have you with us tonight. And let's talk about what you guys do at the Recreation Center in Pilot Mountain.
Well, we have about a 150-acre park and a really nice facility. It's very nice for a small town like Pilot Mountain, and we're very thankful to have it. We have over 1,600 members that support us, and we could take some more, but you know, we appreciate all the support from the community, and it's a great place to be.
Well, I'm sure that you talk health and fitness, and you certainly, in a community this size, you're trying to draw and make sure everybody is coming to see you as often as they can, because exercise every day makes you go a lot longer, I'm sure.
It does, and we have a great senior population, year-round swimming, shag classes, aerobics, water aerobics. We got some gliding classes going on. It's a new trend right now, so we're really working them out. They just need to make it a habit. Just come see us more often. Ouch.
Big sack right there by the Elkin defense. Jessup tried to get outside JJ, couldn't make it happen. Just wanted to throw it, but maybe the wise move was to hold it, need it.
Smart move to take it down. You see number 50, 62 and number 70 make the play. Number 70, Matt Nixon comes in and makes a big hit. And that really hurts the East Surry drive here. 3rd and long now. Time starts to become a factor in this. And as you see, they're going spread offense, almost a no huddle, trying to get this offense moving down the field.
Under 8:50 to play in the football game. A 10-point spread, trying to get the ball deep to Marcus Martin, the sophomore, unable to do it. It's going to set up a 4th and long now. They'll have to give the ball up again, but again, just an inopportune play at the wrong time causes you 3rd and long. These long situations, it's hard to gain ground when you're 3rd and long.
Exactly, and the Elkin defense does a nice job putting pressure on him all night, making him move around. They got a big play the last play. Now this time Jessup comes back and he's got to make an outstanding throw. He's had the receivers there, but unfortunately just hasn't been able to get to him.
There's the kick by Wes Denny. Kick ends up just outside the 45-yard line of the Cardinals, and that's where the Elks will have the ball. When we come back, Elks leading the Cardinals 24-14.
For the best tasting Italian food, it's Theo's Italian Family Restaurant in the Starmount Crossing Shopping Center in Jonesville. Try Theo's specialty Greek or vegetarian pizza, or our world's best chicken wings. Daily lunch special, all-you-can-eat pizza and salad bar, just $4.95. For dessert, try our delicious baklava. For those seafood lovers, it's Pirates Landing Seafood and Steak Restaurant at 161 Interstate Way in Elkin. Homemade seafood scampi, fried scallops and oysters. Try our popular combination dinners, or the Buccaneers Broiled Seafood Feast, just $13.95, and Surf and Turf combos starting at $16.95. For the best tasting crab dip or crab cake, it's Pirates Landing at Elkin.
Welcome back to East Surry High School in Pilot Mountain, North Carolina. Jay Sherling and J.J. Grant with you on the Triad Sports Entertainment Network, as Elkin with a 10-point lead, 24-14 with 8:24 left in the first half. Late flag comes in on the play. Good run by number 9.
Mr. Miles.
Yep, Miles. We've been calling his name all night, but again, legal use of the hands on a block is going to negate that nice run on first down.
The one thing about it is they came back to their big play as far as the stretch off tackle. Gives them an opportunity to, again, read it, see if he can catch a seam. Unfortunately, on an illegal block.
Blocking the back, offense. Blocking it.
Jack Walton, our referee tonight, blocking the back is the call. We'll let you know the wireless audio for tonight's official provided by Scales Street Music in Reedsville. Call 349-3000 for sales, rental, service, and all your music needs. Scales Street Music in Reedsville. So, a big, nice play on first down for Elkin turns into first and 20 now. Cardinals defense steps it up. Clock now running at under 8 minutes to play in this game. Elkin up 24-14.
And now we start to see the defense get a little bit more aggressive. Time's slowly ticking down, and they're thinking, okay, we've got to make a play, get the ball back. We're going to have to score twice. So you'll see them maybe blitz a little more. Got second and long. They're thinking, okay, we got to get up, make a play, and we'll see how aggressive. Make sure they don't be too aggressive and create a seam for Miles, who's run very well tonight.
Home fans certainly up for this defensive stand here, knowing they're down by 10. They're going to fake it and go for the deep ball. Going out was Tran-Su trying to get it outside. Looked like to number 26, trying to get it out to Stewart. Stewart unable to come up with the ball. Stops the clock. 7:19 left in the game. It sets up a third and long, JJ.
Which surprised me. They throw the ball. You got to take a shot every once in a while. But a pass like that, again, stops the clock. Right now gives East Surry a chance to catch their breath. Okay, third and long. Let's tee off on that offense, make a big play and get the ball back.
I'm sure Elkin with their defense, they're probably pretty confident about giving the ball up, though.
That's
the
true.
defense as good as they have, I'm sure they're trying to make everything happen. Tran-Su gets outside, throws it across the field, almost picked off by number 12, Ben Gibson. Gibson had a mid on it, couldn't pull it in, but the knockdown pass will cause a fourth down and cause the Elks to give the ball back to the Cardinals, and that's one thing that's got Vonda Martin pumped up.
Yeah, that's great.
Edward Armfield Civic Recreation Center in Pilot Mountain, and yeah, you guys have a very special building with a lot of special folks coming to see you.
We do, and it's awesome to have in Pilot Mountain. I'm sitting here with Bob Ward in the box, one of our members, and he's there every day, just like a lot of other members. So we try to keep the facility clean. It's one of the biggest things that we stress to our staff and everything. So that's what sets us apart from most facilities.
Good kick, and it's fielded by Wes Denny, and Denny gets hit pretty good at about the 26-yard line. No flag on the play, but everybody on the Cardinal sideline certainly wants a flag to be thrown. Here's another look at it, JJ, but a great return.
Nice job cutting straight upfield. You see he's out of bounds now and gets a full shot. Puts him out by the track. And that's one time that none of the flags came out, and I'll tell you that there's a lot of fans weren't happy with that call.
Vaughn, I know that you're rooting hard for this Cardinals. Did you grow up in this area? Are you from here originally? And
I'm not, but I'm from Madison Meadow originally.
Okay,
but
sure.
We East Surry and Star Mountain, Forbush, and we had an awesome conference. All the Surry Central schools, and so we share a lot of facilities with East Surry. So we're always trying to help them out any way we can, and they do us the same way. We share facilities. It's a great partnership. Great partnership.
Play there, you'll see this replay here, JJ. Obviously a face mask, incidental contact, but still, what was a negative for the Cardinals now is a positive, gaining some yardage on the penalty.
Absolutely. And you see it, looks like number 42 there, Terry Adams in there to make a play. Unfortunately, they're calling a personal foul, looks like.
We'll have to see what Jack Walton calls it originally. Looked like an incidental face mask, but if they call it a personal foul, it could be a 15-yarder, as these kids are certainly rooting hard for East Surry. So we'll have to see what the call is. Vonda, what do you think the call is?
We're holding our breath, aren't we? Come on, East Surry.
Looks like they might be resetting the clock here.
We need to get on the move, too. Well, we don't want them taking time off the clock, but they are moving toward the goal line.
Personal foul, face mask, defense.
So it is a 15-yard penalty, JJ, and that gets them deep out of their own territory, and that's a nice pick-me-up when you're 10 points down.
Absolutely.
And this is, again, they'll go back to Vonda Martin at the Armfield Civic and Recreation Center. But, again, I mean, we've seen a great pool, a great weight room. I mean, some, universities don't have facilities this nice.
Well, in our gymnasium, we're getting ready to crank up our basketball season. We have about 250 kids in our youth program, so
awesome.
We're really excited. We'll be drafting next week, and they should know by mid-November what team they're on.
Great pass there, going to number 14, Anthony Durham. Durham gets out of bounds.
A lot of these kids that are out here now, they're so big. They grew up in our league, and so, in our sports league. So it's really great to see them be successful. They're having a great year.
Durham able to get out of bounds, stop the clock with 6:33 left. Big pickup on first down, makes it 2nd and 2. Jessup in the offense trying to make something happen, down 10 in the 4th quarter. Again, going to go out wide, gets it out to number 14. Again to Durham. He gets out of bounds, stops the clock. Not flag on the play. We'll have to see what this is, but it looks like it's going to be a holding on the Cardinals. And I can tell you how I know that too, because I think the hold was on number 62, Shane Bryant. He looked at the sideline and said, "Holding on me."
He gave the call.
He gave it away.
He's kind of like, "Yeah, coach, I know what the call is. It's holding on me. I did it."
The big thing again, East Surry is driving down the field this short passing game, and it's really working. They just got to take advantage of their opportunities. All the short routes are there. They've still got Galloway, who's been open deep. They just got to connect. So they've got time. They just got to take full advantage of their opportunities.
Oh, he moved.
Some movement on the line for the Cardinals. Looks like number 71, Randy Davis, got caught kind of leaning back a little bit, getting ready for his pass blocking. So again, mistakes at the wrong time. 2nd 15 now turns to a 2nd 20. So you're kind of digging your hole here.
And you just give him back that personal foul
Yeah,
at
exactly.
15 yards
Exactly.
in these last 2 plays.
Vonda, what would you call here? What would be your play call?
I would never pretend to be a football coach. I would never. I don't think I could handle the pressure. I know Pilot Mountain too well.
There you go. Jessup gets outside, gets tripped up by the Elks defense. Tried to make something happen, but certainly number 44 out there to help. Code Westra out there, and that's another big play, sets up a 3rd and long.
And Jessup a little woozy there,
Yeah.
moving a little slow.
Come on.
We'll just have to see if he comes out of the game here, 3rd and long. But trying to gather himself. The thing about it, though, that Elkin defense is getting the tee off on him. 3rd and long, they know they got to pass. That front 4, front 5 is just coming in, ears pinned down and just taking off.
Block, guys. Block, guys.
So Jessup this time looking to throw. Throws it across the middle softly, trying to go to number 19, Travis Lucas. Lucas right there, and number 1 for Elkin. Wesley Martin came in and hit him, thought he got a clean shot, but obviously one of the back judges thought differently, and that's going to be a big turn of events.
Huge turn of events. And the thing about it is, when you look at the play, it probably was the worst receiver he could have thrown it to because he was double teamed at that time, but the defensive backs made a bad choice, as you see Jessup hit there in that last play. But
We'll take it, guys.
unfortunate for Elkin, but East Surry will gladly take the call, moves them down the field, and keeps this drive alive.
Well, there's the offsetting penalties. They called a penalty on East Surry, and let's see if we can hear Jack Walton on this.
We got holding on the offense, pass interference on the defense, going to run it again.
So a hold on the offense, pass interference on the defense, offsetting penalty. They'll try to do it all over again.
And if you look at this, on this drive alone, how much penalties play a major part. East Surry's had at least 3 penalties in the last 5 plays. 10-yarder, a 5-yarder, and this one takes away a 20-yard gain on the penalty from the Elks. They just keep shooting themselves in the foot, but they're in this game. They have an opportunity to turn around.
So Jessup gets another chance on 3rd and long. Here comes the blitz, picked up nicely. He's going to throw it deep, trying to go to Galloway. Galloway got impeded slightly by number 12, Transu. Transu slowed him down just enough to cause the pass to be incomplete. Sets up a 4th down again for the Cardinals. We've got 5:29 remaining in the football game. Elkin retains a 10-point lead, 24-14. Galloway certainly just not the factor that they were hoping that he would be tonight. Just hadn't been able to get his hands on the football ever since the first series.
Exactly, and the thing about it, Transit did a nice job squeezing down the sideline, making the field smaller for Galloway, so he didn't have a way to get to that ball. But they've done a nice job in taking things away. They've taken away to run in a sense that they've been able, East Surry pounds, but they don't make big gains. And it's just a smart game by Elkin.
West Denny punt, not a great one. Gets it actually back to their original line of scrimmage on offense. So the Elks will have the ball on the Cardinals' 40-yard line. When we come back, Elks up 10, under 6 minutes to play in the game.
Today's game is brought to you in part by Garenco General Contractor, specializing in commercial construction projects. Call us today for your next big project plans, 368-2788, or visit our website at www.garenco.com. Your hometown building supply store in Mount Airy's Riverside Building Supply, offering job site delivery and professional sales staff. For lumber, hardware, and much more, visit the Contractor Center at Riverside Building Supply. We have all the materials to make your house a home at 535 East Pine Street. Today's game brought to you in part by Simmons Insurance Agency, Incorporated, your nationwide and financial services agency. For auto, home, life, and business insurance, it's Simmons Insurance Agency. Call Pam Morgan today in Pilot Mountain or in Winston-Salem. PT Equipment announces a huge year-end sale on all mowers, including Toro, Grasshopper, and Husqvarna. Prices slashed on AGCO and Mahindra tractors. Low interest rates and financing available on all lines, including the Land Pride utility vehicle. PT Equipment at 105 Lola Lane in Pilot Mountain. Piedmont Garden Center at 109 Lola Lane in Pilot Mountain has reduced prices by 20% on all remaining trees, shrubs, and plants. Huge year-end clearance on all lawn furniture and gifts just in time for the holidays. See us today at Piedmont Garden Center. There's a chill in the air, but we think you'll warm up to these rates at Yadkin Valley Bank. 7th month CD, 4.00%. 11th month CD, 4.20%. As the season turns and the leaves are falling, you can still keep your green growing. Stop by the Yadkin Valley Bank office that's closest to you. Member FDIC.
You're watching TSEN. Due to time constraints, we move further ahead in game action.
So another turnover on the evening for the Cardinals turns into the Elks offense getting to stay on the field after the punt. Big play there by number 57, John White, to come in and make the stop. But again, clock now a factor. Elkin's got the ball. They've got a chance with, with Stewart kicking the football the way he is, with a chance to add 3 points here. So
exactly, and you see the play by White, but the thing is, again, everyone knows, everyone in the stadium as well on the field knows what's going to happen. Elkin's going to buy their time, run the play, run the ball, make that clock keep turning. They give it off to Miles, let him run around, see if he can create something. I'm sure his coach told him this time, stay inbound,
right.
Let that clock run.
East Surry looking like they're not going to use any of their timeouts just yet. Try to get the ball back as quick as they can. Elkin again, the West Denny muffed punt reception turned into a turnover again. This time Transu keeps the football, trying to run around the end. Doesn't quite get the end. Loses the football, goes out of bounds. Looked like a little bit of a face mask out there, but no flag on the play. So again, want to remind you, JJ, we got to think about players of the game. Logo Wear certainly is going to be one of the sponsors of our players of the game on Elkin and on the other side of the football with East Surry. And Logo Wear will be the sponsor of the Elkin Bucket Elks player of the game tonight. Riverside, of course, sponsoring the East Surry Cardinals player of the game. And you have a penalty there as a hold on the play. It'll be declined by the Cardinals, so that will set up a 4th down and another punt by the Elks. 2:21 remaining, down 10. East Surry certainly wants to make something happen as quickly as they can. And right now, they've got nobody back. Looks like they're going to send all 11 guys after the punt. Then they finally send somebody back. Jared Galloway. Punt angles and goes out of bounds. Or stays actually in bounds. Gets a nice little carom kick. Late flags coming in all over the place. We'll settle it all out. We'll come back after the break. Elks up 10, Cardinals with the ball.
You're watching TSEN. Due to time constraints, we move further ahead in game action.
Personal foul's the call. Welcome back to East Surry High School, and a personal foul on both sides. So offsetting penalties on the play. 24-14 Elks. Elks with the 10-point lead. East Surry, the Cardinals getting the ball. Jay Sherling and J.J. Grant. Also joined by Vonda Martin. And Vonda's with the Armfield Civic and Recreation Center in Pilot Mountain. You've seen some video of her great facility. Certainly know you want to see the Cardinals pull this out.
I would love to see them pull it out.
Got a dead ball,
Looks like
personal
time's a
foul,
factor
red. Dead ball, personal foul, goal. Ball will start 1st and 10 at the end of the run.
But we don't give up on them. We have a lot of respect for East Surry athletics, and so we'll hold on to the last tick.
2:13 remaining in the game, JJ, and there's no tricks here. You got to put the ball up in the air. And, we still haven't seen Galloway get his hands on the football, and he's been a major factor for this team all season long. And pass again blocked out of bounds, and there's a late flag coming in. Also, Bond, let's let people know how they can reach you at the Recreation Center, Armfield Recreation Center.
Yeah, just give us a call at 336-368-2012, or you can email me directly at director@armfieldcenter.com, and I'll be sure that's the best way to get in touch with me because we're all over the facility. But fine staff, great customer service. We'd love for some folks to come in and check us out. It really is a beautiful facility, and it could make a better community health-wise if they come in and see us.
See what the call is here from Jack Walton.
We like it. At least we're moving positively here.
Roughing the passer's the call. So, we've talked about Jessup. Been knocked around back there pretty good. Late hit there is helping the team. It's positive punishment, but
he showed a lot of heart this game.
He has.
A lot of heart.
Tough kid. Tough kid. Good run. Get out of bounds, baby. Get out of bounds.
That's a great move by number 19, Travis Lucas. Fighting his way out, doesn't quite get out of bounds, but is very close to a first down. So we'll have to see if that looks like East Surry is going to try to stop the clock by spiking the football.
He's doing a nice job of moving down the field with some nice spin moves and breaks a couple tackles. You don't see any fight gone out of East Surry. They keep continuing to come forward and just fighting and trying to do what they can.
So as Jessup and the Cardinals try to make something happen, they did get a first down on that. Stop the clock to reset the chains. Clock starts to run on the snap of the football. 1:47 remaining in the game. Jessup gets flushed out of the pocket, comes back across, keeps it himself, gets it across the 40-yard line. Another flag comes into play. Clock will stop again. It's got to be a hold on the Cardinals. We'll wait and see. Yep, saw it on his jersey right there. Holding is the call, so again, that will, and you mentioned getting chippy, especially teams like this, so close together, knowing so much about each other, and one of the final regular season games of the year, so
And again, it's bragging rights. The state championships and playoffs, that's a special thing. But this is day in and day out bragging rights for these kids who see each other on a regular basis, play each other in different sports, and for 365 days until the end of next football season, the winner has bragging rights. And it's also
holding offense.
It's also key in setting up the bracket for the state championship.
Sure.
You got 3 teams that are going to be tied for first place if Mount Airy took care of business.
So you have confirmed they won their game?
I said if Mount Airy took care of business.
Okay. I was going to say, wow, how'd you do that?
Well, and that's a compliment to the conference, too. If 3 teams are up there and have had a great season, all with only 1 loss, that's just awesome.
That is,
Jessup gets to the sideline, gets out of bounds, and you get chippy quickly when you've got visiting team members on the bench after a late hit. I did not see a flag on the play. Here's the replay. I did see. There is a flag. Now there's a... And now the sideline. Now it looks like there's a flag on the East Surry bench now.
Looks like there's a flag on the East Surry coach there. This game is getting extremely emotional. Again, bragging rights for the year, a big game. Visiting team comes into a tough situation and is successful, so anything can happen, and it's just getting a little bit chippy, like as we said.
.134 remaining in the game. Elks with a 24-14 lead, and this has been a good give and take. Right. And right now, Mount Airy has won the game. Mount Airy has won the game tonight. We've just confirmed that. So if Elkin wins this game, there will be a three-way tie, and they will draw for seeding positions. And all three teams will make the playoffs. All three teams will make the playoffs. And the seeding, there will be a tri-championship for the 1A Northwest Conference if Elkin wins this game tonight. 134 remaining, 24-14. Jay Sherling, J.J. Grant, Vonda Martin of the Armfield Recreation Center in Pilot Mountain.
Dead ball late hit on the defense.
I did want to take the opportunity to thank the community for all their support, though. We couldn't be a viable business without their support, so I wanted to make sure that I got that plug in for our community. It is a great community. And surrounding areas, a lot of the Pilot Mountain community is very supportive, but we have a lot of outlying areas that also support us, so I wanted to take an opportunity to thank them.
And there's a lot more football to be played. Obviously, with there'll be Mount Airy has won their game. We have confirmed that. So they are 10-1. Elkin came into this game 9-1. They have a 10-point lead. East Surry is 10-0 and could have their first loss tonight. So we will have tri-champions of the 1A Northwest Conference. And we do have to talk about the players of the games. Want to let you know Riverside will be the player of the game for East Surry. We're happy for them to sponsor this. And for East Surry, JJ, what do you think? I mean, I kind of lean towards West Durham, West Denny rather. He's been a guy who's been working as hard as he can tonight. Jessup throws it deep, trying to get it to Marcus Martin, who's been one of his big receivers tonight. But Denny has been the workhorse on both sides of the football, special teams.
He has. He's stepped up to the challenge and done everything he could. As we see Mr. Martin coming off the field, their big wide receiver, big target, and that's unfortunate. Hopefully it won't be anything serious that'll keep him out of any playoffs, but he's not putting any pressure on it, which isn't a good sign. But the main thing, I would agree with Denny being the choice as far as the MVP. He's done a fine job of being a workhorse for his team. And then on the other side of the ball,
sponsored by Logo Wear Professional, screen print T-shirts and sweatshirts and jackets and caps and promotional products, everything else. I want to let you know you can call Kent at 969-0444. They are sponsoring the Elks player of the game. And what's your thoughts on that?
Got to be Dustin Miles. Just an outstanding job running the ball. A nice job of on that one specific play, that off tackle that they used to stretch that defensive line, create some seams. He did a nice job of cutting up in there, making different plays, cutbacks, scoring touchdowns, and just an overall outstanding job.
And I'd say, maybe right up there with him, very close to player of the game, would be Tyler Transu, doing it on both sides of the ball, and special teams quarterback and defensive back. But I do agree with Miles as just being a guy who got it done tonight and made the big plays when it had to happen. We'll take a break as we have an injured player on the field. As Martin is on the field. Right now it's 24-14, a buck 27 left in this game. Jay Sherling and J.J. Grant. We'll be back to wrap this one up after the break.
You're watching TSEN. Due to time constraints, we move further ahead in game action.
You know, anything's possible. Exactly. Unfortunately, you know, it's the luck of the draw to decide seeds, but anything, you know. The commissioner's here. How about rock, paper, scissors? That's always a great game to break a tie. We've been talking about that. Arm wrestling, I like that too. And there we go, the first play.
Mr. Miles.
For the Elks. We'll have to find out who that is. It is Mr. Miles. It is Dustin Miles taking it up the left side this time, going all the way for the score. So a little insult to injury there. 56 seconds remaining in this game, 30-14. And again, good call on him as the player of the game, because he certainly is. He's put on the show tonight, and that just tops it off. Here's the replay.
Outstanding run, gets outside, sees that lane, takes off full speed, and might not be touched for the rest of the way. Just done an outstanding job all night. Good footwork in terms of when he needed to cut back, good speed to get outside when he needed to take it long, and he's a solid running back. It'll be interesting to see how he does in the playoffs.
Well, Stewart on to try the extra point. And that kick, I wonder if he's getting looked at as a kicker, because he's got a good foot on him.
He's got a really good foot, strong leg, gets a little more consistency. He's got to be signed by somebody.
Well, I'll tell you what, I think that the group here needs to really think about what they've done this season, and don't let tonight's game, especially if you're East Surry, don't let tonight's game sour you going into the playoffs. Even though, you talk about bragging rights tonight, JJ, and all of that, you got to make sure it's a new season now. Everybody starts 0-0,
exactly.
And one loss and you're out. So you got to keep that in mind, and hopefully East Surry can bounce back from that, even though tonight didn't go their way.
Oh, exactly. And one thing that, on every level, one thing even Bo Schembechler at Michigan used to tell us was that once this game is over on a loss, once you leave that field, that's it.
Right.
The bad plays can't hurt you, and
leave
the good
there.
plays can't help you. So leave it on the field, go to the next game, and you've got to take that attitude. If you don't, you dwell on things too much.
Well, that too, and I mean, there's room for improvement. I mean, even with a 10-0 season, this loss might have been a good thing for them. It gets them ready for the playoffs, and I hate to see them lose, but it may be a readjustment of their attitude.
Right.
So I mean, I wish them,
I
wish them the best of luck in the playoffs, and if something good had to come out of a loss, maybe it'll make them go further in the playoffs.
I'll take it from baseball. I mean, look at the Atlanta Braves. They've won 14 straight divisional championships, but how many World Series? One.
Exactly.
So it speaks a lot to what you do after the fact. And, certainly Elkin is going to ride this going into the playoffs. I'm sure Mount Airy's pumped because they had to win tonight to even have a chance at a tri-championship. And now,
But they both had to come after us. So,
absolutely.
I mean,
There you go.
And I mean, everybody steps up when you're playing number one. So it's a compliment to East Surry, and I know that the community's really proud of them, and even though it's a loss tonight, they still fought hard.
Jared Galloway with the return gets it out past the 20-yard line, where I'm sure the Cardinals will try to salvage what they can with 49 seconds left on the clock, but Galloway takes it up the middle. Surprisingly, I think the success tonight for Elkin, JJ, has been keeping him out of touch of the football.
Exactly. A big playmaker who doesn't get the ball enough, and you keep him out of the game. The opportunities he gets are slim to none.
Right.
You keep it to the point where if someone's going to beat you, it's going to be other than him. Probably the fastest guy on the team, if not certainly the quickest. And he doesn't get an opportunity, and that makes a huge difference. That's that defense pin back, tee off on the run, tee off on Jessup when he goes back for a pass, and that gives them big opportunities.
Fumble on that play, picked up by one of the Cardinals and advanced close to the first line of scrimmage. Ball given off to number 3, Matthew Hutchins. Hutchins again lost it, and then Randy Davis able to pick it up and move it forward for a first down. 33 seconds remaining in the game. Clock is stopped. Official timeout on the field. And now we'll crank it back up again. Clock starts to wind, 33 seconds to go. Jessup and the team again, we'll find out. Don't know exactly where the game of the week will be next week until we find out the playoffs, but certainly looking forward to bringing you the playoffs on the Triad Sports Entertainment Network as we wrap up the regular season with a great matchup between cross-county rivals Elkin and East Surry. And Cardinals finished 10-1. Elkin finishes 10-1, and Mount Airy now 10-1. So we have a three-way tie in the 1A Western Conference. And that'll do it tonight from East Surry High School as the Elkin Bucking Elks pull it out against East Surry 31-14. Jay Sherling and J.J. Grant. Thanks to Vonda for joining us, and also congratulations on y'all's success at the Armfield Civic Recreation Center. And we'll look forward to talking with you in the future again. Maybe the playoffs. We'll
That'd
see
be
you
great.
during the
That'd be
playoffs.
great.
Absolutely.
Thanks for having me, guys.
You
I
bet.
enjoyed it.
And glad to bring it. JJ, great job as always.
You too. You too.
And we'll say goodnight from East Surry High School in Pilot Mountain. Jay Sherling, JJ Grant. Thanks for joining us on the Triad Sports Entertainment Network. Again, the final score tonight from East Surry. 31 for those Elks. Cardinals 14 sets up a three-way tri-championship in the 1A Western Conference. We'll see you next week in the playoffs. Good night, everybody.